Welcome back to DNA Reviews.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. New time. New
We're at
time frame.
we're at a new time, 12
right.
p.m. Yeah, so just let us know if this time works better for y'all. We're trying to figure out, what times, if we should do a Friday night, if we should do a day of the week during like the day.
Right.
Stuff like that. We have this week off because of holidays, so happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
Happy Turkey Day, guys.
And yeah, today we're going to be talking about more in depth with Ghostbusters and talking about box office numbers. We'll be talking about our theories about Hawkeye and how it will change the MCU, or if it's anything with the multiverse. And we'll also talk about House of Gucci, which is coming out tomorrow, and Hawkeye's coming out tomorrow. And some other movie news like Scarlett Johansson coming back to the MCU, She-Hulk news, and some other stuff.
All right.
So yeah.
Let's hit it.
All right, so let's start with... Sorry about that. Okay, let's start with our Ghostbusters news. As we know already, it has a 63% with critics and a 95% with audience. And so this movie has done really well. I've actually watched some other reviews of it, and everyone really likes this movie. I'm still on the cusp of like...
You got to watch it again, Lay.
I guess I got to watch it again.
You got to watch it again. You missed it, man. You missed it. You were probably just caught up with wanting to be all serious, but it's good.
I don't know. I don't know. But hey, this is what everyone else is saying. So if you haven't seen it yet, go watch it. And the thing is, my thing is with this movie is it gonna have that one good weekend? Because now this next weekend, because they had that first weekend last,
Right.
This next weekend, Encanto's coming out, House of Gucci, Hawkeye, all of these. Another movie with Will Smith is coming out, talking about Sabrina Williams and like her family.
It's out.
Oh, it's already out.
It's out, yeah. It's what am I drawing a blank on that? Oh, King Richard.
King Richard, yeah. So do you think that Ghostbusters will have another good weekend, or is it just kind of going to die out?
Thanksgiving weekend has always been a good weekend for movies because it's a long weekend, 4 days. So people typically go out, after Thanksgiving Day and the Friday and watch movies. So I think word of mouth is going to be good for Ghostbusters. I think it's going to do pretty good on second weekend. King Richard is also on HBO Max, so people may just watch that at home instead of going to the movies to see that, because that's more of a home movie anyway. And so I think it'll have another good weekend.
Yeah, I think because of the nostalgia and stuff, and like knowing the ending, we are talking about spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, come back later and watch it. But at the ending, the cast comes back, the original cast comes back,
right?
And I think that's gonna definitely get people hyped that really love Ghostbusters to come watch this movie. So yeah.
There's 2 end credit scenes for the movie. We missed it. Yeah, we left. So there was 2 end credit scenes. Because I was like, where's Sigourney Weaver? So she must have been in one of the end credit scenes that we missed. So we have to watch it again. But it was good. I think people are going to go watch it from word of mouth. And in our spoiler review here, we'll talk about some of the goods and the bads.
Yeah. So before we get into more spoiler, we can talk about the box office numbers like we said earlier. So per the Wrap, it exceeded original projections, which predicted the film taking its opening weekend somewhere between 27 and 35 million. It is now projected to close the weekend with a take of 43.4 million, which is considerably stronger, but still somewhat below the opening weekend of Ghostbusters 2016, which pulled in 46 million in its first 3 days.
Yeah, but the first Ghostbusters cost 145 million. This one cost 75.
Yeah, that's true.
So this one is cheaper, and it made more money.
And I think that it made less by like 3 million because some people do have a bad taste in their mouth from the 2016 one.
Yeah.
So they're like, should I go see it? I don't know. But yeah,
you're right. People need to see this one as completely avoiding the 2016 one. This is a continuation of 84. 2016 was trying to be a reboot, which was a mistake.
Right. Wait, what? Sorry. So going back to this, Ghostbusters Afterlight, despite being featured separately throughout the film, the original team of Ghostbusters from 1984 is only featured for one scene altogether in Ghostbusters Afterlife. And so this is where I already have a movie that I want out of this.
Right.
And that's why I'm like, about this. Because what if the same beginning where the guy passes away from a ghost, and one of the other guys, I'm sorry, I don't know their names. I should pull up the cast. But one of the original Ghostbusters get a call, and they all have to come back together and be like, okay, I thought we were done with this ghost thing. You know what I'm trying to say? Oh, hold on.
I don't get what you're trying to say.
Let me pull up the right words. Okay, Ghostbusters Cast. Because it would have been a better movie. Okay, so Dr. Peter
Venkman.
Yes. What?
Peter Venkman.
Venkman, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I've watched the movie one time. Venkman.
Yeah.
Gets a call.
Okay. Bill Murray gets a call.
Gets a call.
Okay.
The guy passed away. We need to know why, what happened. He's like, I'm done. That's back in the day. Like, that was 30 years ago. I'm done. He gets the gang back together to fight the ghost. That would have been, I would have loved to see that movie. I would have loved to see all, instead of like the kids.
So you wanted to see a movie about half the movie about him trying to convince the other two guys who are saying no to come back for the full half of the movie, wasting our time with that whole part. Yeah. And then they finally come. We've seen that movie though.
But we've seen that premise. Movie a million times
where somebody tries to convince old buddies of going on this road trip or this venture, and they're like, no, I don't want to do it. And then come on, Leah, we've seen that.
But hold on. The thing is, what makes me like, they should have did it this way is because it's this set up for them. Like it would have been great if they were even able to get these people back, because it's sometimes hard to bring back an original cast. They were able to bring them back, make that movie for them. It's like the last time they can probably do that movie together.
Yeah, I don't know. I look, these guys are old guys, right? So Bill Murray's probably in his 70s by now, right? Mm-hmm. So they really can't do stunts. And if you want to set up a new franchise, which is what this is supposed to be doing, setting up a new franchise, you can't use the old guys in it, right? You need them. I like the fact that we're in it to pass the torch, right? Yeah. Like, hey, look, I'm passing it to the next generation. You guys got it, right? It's you guys are the Ghostbusters. Love that. Now, the way this movie wrapped, and I didn't see the end credit scenes, probably led some more to that point. But the way this movie wrapped, even if they don't ever make another one, it wrapped, right? It was a perfect wrap up. So trying to make something where the old guys were going on some long adventure to do, they probably couldn't even physically do it, right?
Yes. It would have been a good comedy too.
It would have been sad to see it. Bill Murray's lost some of his chops. Even in this one, he was trying to be the Bill Murray from 1984 with the "You love me, you know it, you love me" when he was talking to the ghost.
Yeah.
I wasn't even feeling it like he was back in the day. Like he phoned it in.
Yeah.
He's like, look, you need me for how many scenes? 2? I'm there. I said. Bill Murray phoned it in. He wasn't even trying to act in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was done. I like the movie the way it was. I thought the kids, and I'm not a fan of kids in movies. I thought the kids were adorable in it. Podcast had me laying down.
Podcast was funny.
He was the best part of the entire movie. He had me. The reason why I loved him is because he was so serious about what he was doing.
Yeah.
And it was just killing me, man.
Yeah.
The young lady,
Mckenna Grace,
she did awesome playing the nerdy 10-year-old, 11-year-old, whatever how old she was supposed to be. She had it down. The clothes was perfect. The high-waisted baggy pants she was wearing with the big old glasses, with the lack of emotion for anything. She's like, when I am pressed, when I have a lot of anxiety, I'm actually calm. Something like that. So she was good. The whole movie was awesome. I
really like the two kids, but I just feel like there was just too much going on. I wish that they focused more on those kids.
Yeah, they did.
And
the story, the parts where the kid broke off, the older one, what's his name? Finn.
Finn Wolfhard.
Yeah. His story was unnecessary,
Dumb.
right? But they just needed him, again, like I told you before, they needed 4 bodies to make the Ghostbusters. They needed the black girl who was his love interest, whatever, which they never developed. And they didn't have time to. This was a short movie, probably 90-something minutes. I could just tell from the runtime. So there was no room in there to develop story with them or go off in another direction. And to be honest with you, I didn't want that, right? I just wanted, this movie to me was just pure fun, Law and Order like.
No.
I don't need a whole bunch of, when you watch Law and Order, you don't have to watch anything in order.
Yeah.
You could watch any Law and Order and, I know what's going on here.
Right.
But this movie was just like that. I didn't need to have backstory. I didn't need to even have to watch the first Ghostbusters. This is standalone, and it was just a story.
I just feel like there was just a lot of different movies happening at once. Like, why even have the love interest between Paul and the mom? Why even, like, I just feel like everything was all over the place when it really could have, if they really honed in on the two kids. And I know that we needed the other two, and maybe they should have brought their ages down where they were all the same age, they could have all been friends, and it could have been like the movie.
It could have been. Well, then it would just been another Stranger Things, right?
Sure, I do it.
But they already did that.
No, but the thing is, like, it's like we could say that about superheroes. There's so many superhero movies. We love it, but it's like, wow, okay.
But they're different themes.
They're different themes. This could be a different theme that the Stranger Things is not dealing with ghosts. They're dealing with like monsters. So it's different. It's different.
They're in the same category.
And it's not underground. It's above ground this time.
Whatever.
So it would have been cool if they were all the same age.
It would have just been it. If done that.
It would have been Stranger Things.
So why would you want to see that movie again?
I want to see it again.
No. This movie is its own movie. The kid was awkward. Older brother was different. And it wasn't a buddy. It wasn't a kid buddy movie like It or kid buddy movie like Stranger Things. It just happened to be these two kids who met. They became friends fast. Mm-hmm. The older brother met this girl. He liked her. She kind of liked him back. He lied about his age, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
He worked with... And then they had to come together and do something at the end. Was it plausible? No. The whole thing was implausible. It was quick.
Yeah.
There was no development of relationships in this.
That's what the problem I have.
But it was a short movie. There wasn't enough time to fit all that in.
Well, maybe if they do a next movie, and if this movie does well enough to do another one, then they should focus on that. Or like, I don't even know what they would do in the second movie.
Just want to see the ghosts, man. Just want to see them fighting the ghosts.
Then start from the beginning with ghosts. They had that one scene, and then we didn't see a ghost for like another hour. I feel like we didn't see a ghost for a while.
It wasn't that long.
I guess not, but like I just feel like I don't know, Dad. I don't know.
You just didn't like it. You should have watched the original before you saw this one. You better.
I have seen the original, but I should watch it again. It's been a while since I've seen it.
There was talking. I was watching another show and they were talking about. I don't know how people would feel about this who haven't seen the original Ghostbusters.
Well, that's the problem I have with a lot of reboots. First of all, we need to stop with reboots. We need to start making original ideas, guys, please. But the problem I have with reboots, it's like you have to watch the first one to really enjoy this, and it's like. If you're doing, you know what I mean? Like if you're doing a reboot or a rehash, your story should stand alone. Like it should be good. Like it is really good to stand alone. You don't need to watch the previous stuff.
Yeah.
So that's what I have to say.
Okay. Well, this wasn't really a reboot. This was an extension. This was an extension of the previous show. This was 2016 was a reboot, and that was bad. Bad.
Yeah.
This was an extension. To me, I don't know. I like it.
I do like though that how the little girl was connected to the original Ghostbuster. I do like how they made that choice.
Yeah, that was
she's his granddaughter,
grandkid, and I mean everything was predictable in this movie. You knew who people were and who they were talking about. Mm-hmm. The phone call, and then Sony made a choice. At first Sony was hiding the fact that the original Ghostbusters were in this movie, which anybody with sense would know that anyway.
Oh, I thought it was only the one guy. I didn't know until the end.
Yeah, no, they had a whole, this past week before the movie came out, they had a whole campaign with the three guys who were still alive, out Today's Show, Good Morning America. They were all over the place promoting the movie. So they wanted to push it. They wanted to get people in the theaters. So they were like, you know what? We got to do something. So let's make sure everybody understands that these guys are in the movie. They didn't save it for... like a surprise, kind of like what they're going to do with Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire.
You are in it.
And that is Sony.
In the movie. Stop playing.
Hey, there's one more trailer this Monday. So
I know. John Campion thinks that they're gonna show him.
Put it out there. I hope they don't.
I hope that they don't either.
The thought behind that is put them in there so they'll put more people in the seats. Look, the whole buzz around it, people already expect them to be there. Don't show it. I want that energy. I'm not even gonna watch the trailer on Monday. I want that energy in the theater. I don't want to. I want my Mjolnir on your left moment
in the theater. I think that I'm gonna have to turn off my phone for the next month because the UK gets the movie on the 15th, and while we get on the 17th. So UK, they're gonna spoil everything.
Yeah, it's spoiled.
Everybody's horrible.
Yeah, you gotta stay off the internet.
And then with this new trailer, I don't want to watch it either. And I know that on TikTok there's gonna be these edits.
Off TikTok.
So I gotta stay off TikTok, Twitter, ding, all these stuff for the next month. or something, so I can actually
And
enjoy
you'll
the
get
movie.
confirmation that they're
But
there.
this is our YouTube channel to be talking about movies, so it's like
It's hard. It's hard. I don't know. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. But anyway, back to Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
After a couple days, I still give it an 8, 8.5. What did I give it last time? 8.5.
And you gave it an 8.
Yeah, I'll keep it the same.
I don't know. I don't.
You have time to think about it. What you think?
I don't know.
No,
I don't have. It's still a 5. I'm sorry. I don't have any like. I didn't get anything from it. I guess I did. I really did like how the girl was a granddaughter. I liked the ending. That was really nice. The podcast was really great. So I guess I can bring it up to a 6. I can give it a 6.5.
There's some good
because
quality.
they had some good moments in it. I just hated when Finn. I hated Finn. I hated his whole storyline. Throw it away. Finn with the girlfriend. Throw it away. It made me mad.
Unnecessary.
It was so unnecessary. But anyways, we're not gonna get back into that. But anyways,
all right. Well, that's our thoughts on Ghostbusters. That's our extended thoughts
on Ghostbusters. Okay, now we are moving on to I had more stuff. In the essence, Afterlife is a film. Okay, that's your
review.
This is the review.
Yeah.
We're just gonna move on. Okay, so now
this is why we're wearing purple today.
Yes, we have our purple on. Let's get back on the big screen. We have our purple on for Hawkeye because it comes out tomorrow, and I feel like this as usual.
It's been overshadowed.
As usual, Hawkeye is getting overshadowed.
He got overshadowed big time.
I forgot.
I forgot too. I forgot this show is coming out tomorrow.
Because I'm worried about Spider-Man.
Spider-Man has overshadowed this show. This show's not even getting the proper marketing.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's no TV spots really that I've seen. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's a few, but not a lot.
It's getting
a lot of it's on YouTube, right?
Right.
So where's the TV spot? They should be running TV spots like all last week on this thing.
I really think that Spider-Man, that recent trailer that we got, they should have waited until the 29th. Just so Hawkeye can get its moment.
So Hawkeye can breathe, right?
Yeah.
Because Hawkeye
get its first 2 episodes out.
Hawkeye's not getting anything. And there's 2 episodes tomorrow.
Yeah, so I am excited about it because we're getting 2 episodes tomorrow. And I've from the first trailer, I was excited because I'm like, we're getting a Marvel Christmas.
Yeah.
It's like revolved around Christmas.
It's a Christmas.
It's not just like
Christmas
in it, like with Iron Man 3. It was kind of like, I guess it's December.
Yeah.
But it's
what's your theories and thoughts on this one?
I'm excited. Okay, hold on. Do I have stuff? Oh, first, let's read this.
Okay, synopsis.
Clint, Barton, Jeremy Renner will finally get a chance in the spotlight when Hawkeye premieres on Disney Plus on November 24th. The 6-episode series follows the Avenger over the holidays as he meets young fans and fellow Archer Kate Bishop, Haley Steinfeld, and deals with the repercussions of his past as Ronin. The series takes inspiration from the Hawkeye comics by Matt Fraction and David Aja. Dad, this is going to be good. I already know that first 2 episodes is going to be what we saw from
the trailer.
Yeah. Because we have to introduce Yelena. So I think the first 2 episodes is going to be him with his family, talking about the blip, seeing how his family's been affected by it. Somebody might be coming after him about Ronin. He meets Kate. And then episode 2, cliffhanger, Yelena.
You think so?
Yes, I'm so excited to see Florence Pugh come back.
Yeah, we saw the end credit scene in Black Widow, and she's thinking somehow Hawkeye's responsible for her sister's death. So yeah, she's definitely gonna be. I'm wondering how she'll be playing into this. Like, is she the main villain behind everything that's happening to him? Which I don't think so, because they're gonna end up teaming up because she's gonna become the new Black Widow.
Right.
But somewhere involved, she gonna be involved in something. So it's only 6 episodes, so I don't even know. That's a lot of stuff to pack in 6 episodes, right? Mm-hmm. Setting up villains, people coming after him because he's Ronin, and then her coming in. Where's her part? Where's she gonna be coming after him, or somehow he turns her and she's now helping him with the fight against the big bad, whoever the big bad is? I have no idea who the villain is.
I think that with this. Yeah, we don't know who the villain is, but I think that the people that are coming after Ronin, she's gonna be like, because it's gonna be Yelena and that other lady from Falcon Winter Soldier, and she was in the end of that, and she was in Black Widow. I don't remember her name, but I think they're gonna be like, it's gonna be her. She's the bad guy. I wish I remembered her name. Victoria
Elaine from Seinfeld.
Yeah, right. Like I think her name was Victoria or something.
Yeah.
And she's gonna be the big bad, where she's like, we can go after Clint, and Yelena go after him. I think it's gonna be something like that.
I don't think she's gonna be the big bad though, because I think they're using her to set up
Thunderbolts.
Huh?
Thunderbolts.
I was like, she's like doing what Nick Fury did, like collecting all these people to create this Thunderbolt team. So I don't think she's gonna be a big bad. But you know, she's not. That's not a bad idea as well. She could be.
Because it's like what. Because what? Yeah, how is Yelena gonna be incorporated into this? Because all I know is that he's dealing with the repercussions of his past. Like what could that mean? So
yeah, and being around Christmas time too. Of course, I'm sure there'll be a scene in there when he's thinking about Natasha, and there'll be some sad thing about that because his friend is gone, and now I don't know. They have given nothing in the trailer to let us know what the plot is, bad guys, who's coming after who, why they're coming after Clint, why Clint's like. There's nothing.
Yeah,
nothing.
And I appreciate that, because like we don't, and I think that with people, okay, because like with the Spider-Man trailers and stuff, where they technically haven't given us anything, but because of people theorizing, we have something. But with these trailers, we see the trailer and we're like, okay, cool. So we don't. So
there's no theories.
We don't have any theories.
Well, there's the reason why there's no theories is because Clint's character is such a small character without powers.
Yeah,
he can't affect anything globally, right? Like Spider-Man or Doctor Strange, right? Multiverse of Madness. So he can't affect anything on a global level. It's going to be a city small level, and his storyline doesn't affect any other Marvel character. So there's no line for us to form, oh, if Clint do this will happen in this movie.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like Wanda. Wanda was so much stuff happening with her power. She gonna bring in the mutants? Oh, here comes what's his name? From Mephisto?
Yeah,
because,
Mephisto.
There's so
Evan
many
Peters,
because she has
blah, blah,
power.
yeah.
Right. With him, he doesn't have power. So
that's what I'm saying about these MCU characters, especially with like Captain America, White Wolf, Hawkeye. They're kind of smaller characters.
Yeah.
How are they going to be incorporated? Even a little bit, even with Spider-Man, how are they going to be incorporated with the multiverse?
Well, no, they'll play the same parts they've always played. I mean, they were in Avengers, right? You got people come from space. They were a part of it. Natasha, in the circle when they're going around and they're doing the big Avenger. Natasha's cocking a gun. A handgun.
Yeah.
You got monsters from space, and he's got a bow and arrow. So
but he's Hawkeye.
Yeah, they'll be fine in the usual way in the bigger movies. For me, I think we don't have anything to theorize is because they don't affect anything, right?
Yeah.
So there's nothing yet. Now, after the first episode, we'll have something to think about. Now, if they had showed us a villain from a book or a comic book or something like that, then we'd be like, oh, okay, this is this book, and we can see where this is going. Kingpin, whatever, whatever you want to bring in.
Okay.
Matt Murdock, whatever, right? But there's nothing. There's nothing here, so I don't have no clue.
I don't have anything. We do know that Echo is going to be introduced in this show, and Echo is connected to Daredevil, so we'll see if that plays out. Maybe Kingpin will be in it. That would be really awesome. Do you think that Hawkeye will survive this show?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's going to be in the continuation of the Avenger world at some point somewhere down the road. So yeah, Hawkeye's going to make it out of this. I don't know what's in for Kate Bishop. They're still talking Young Avengers, and they keep dropping these little nuggets of different characters from the Young Avengers out in different shows. Yeah. So that's probably years down the road.
Did you see the interview with Haley Steinfeld and Kevin Feige? So this interviewer asked Kate Bishop, she's like, not Kate Bishop, sorry, Haley Steinfeld. And they're like, so do you know anything about Young Avengers? And Haley looks back at Kevin Feige, and he's looking at her like don't say anything.
I didn't see that.
Don't say anything face. So people are theorizing like it's happening. Young Avengers. He's like looking at her.
Everybody knows that's happening because again, they keep dropping all of the people from Young Avengers in different movies. Either they're alter ego characters, like in Falcon and Winter Soldier, the grandson for
Isaiah.
Isaiah. He's part of Young Avengers called the Patriot or something like that. So, yeah.
And we even got young Loki. We even got like a sprinkle of young
so
Loki.
It's coming. Just a matter of when or whatever. They've been even talking about doing Alpha Force and stuff like that. So, which is the all-girl power-up team and stuff like that. All that's being talked about. So yeah, they keep giving us little hints of nuggets of stuff. So we'll see.
We'll see where it goes from. And the thing is with Clint Barton, maybe he won't. Maybe he is surviving the show because Jeremy Renner said in an interview, I think where you mentioned the word. Hold on, this is not okay. Where you mentioned the word like underutilized. Well, look, he was the head of West Coast Avengers. Like, I could personally love to see him in the sort of Captain America leader role. Actually, what I think he would succeed in calling the shots and doing these types of things, right? As a quarterback instead of more of a wide receiver. So do you think that he could lead the Avengers?
In the comic books, he's led the Avengers on multiple occasions. Because look, one of the things people keep, and I know why this happens, people forget who a Hawkeye is. Hawkeye is a military-trained intelligence officer that has the ability to see things from very far down to the minute detail, right? So he's smart. But because these other characters are so large in scale, like Captain America and Iron Man, they got powers, they got lasers. It's fancy stuff, right? It's flashy. So everybody gravitates to that. Hawkeye could lead any Avengers team, right?
That's why I'm so excited about this show, is because I've always loved. That's why I love Falcon Winter Soldier. I love that show, and I love Captain America Winter Soldier, the movie. I know I'm gonna love this show because it's gonna be more grounded. It's hand-to-hand combat. I want to see his smarts. Let's see Hawkeye figure this out. I want to see him do his like. Where in, I think it was Punisher, where he like shot somebody from across he was like in Mexico and he shot someone in Texas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I want to see something like that with Hawkeye.
Yeah, that was a good one.
So
yeah,
I already know I'm gonna love this.
Yeah,
show.
it's these shows like this with Hawkeye where there is no powers, right? No guy doesn't have any power. I love them too because to your point, I like the fact that they're able to get personal and we get to know about them. That's why I like these Disney shows because you get to know a little more about Hawkeye, his family, his behind the scenes. Because when you're in the movies, there's no time for all that development.
Right.
So you don't know who Hawkeye is. He's just a guy with the bow and arrow, unless you read the comic books. But so this will be a good introduction for people to understand who he is as a character and where he can go. So hopefully they give him that, and then why not let him lead the Avengers? He could. He's smart. He's military trained person. To be honest with you, he's more military trained than Captain America is. Captain America wasn't even leading anything. He had a team, and they went into battle in World War II, and he had to be strong, and then he got put in ice.
Yeah, that's true.
He didn't get no West Point type years of training doing a multiple ops like this guy has. So in real life, Captain America wouldn't even be leading no damn team.
I know. Hawkeye was like, I'm tired. I guess you can do it or whatever.
But it's whatever. Captain. It's a movie, right? So what are you gonna do? But no, they can make Hawkeye.
Hey, maybe this will have people respect Hawkeye a lot more because I feel like. I mean, even me, I'm like, Hawkeye? Like, didn't he get mind controlled? And then, like, he wasn't even there for some of the stuff? Like, I don't even care.
They misused this character. Because when they first introduced him in Thor, right? Yeah. They set him up real cool because they were like, I need to get a better view. And he did a bunch of jumps, flips, bam, he went up this thing, and he was atop the thing, he was looking. Cool setup for Hawkeye, right? Yeah. That was the last cool setup for Hawkeye. And then after that, it was like, just put him in the background.
Yeah, he had that one scene where he like shot the Chitauri without looking and stuff. He had like little cool scenes, but it was just kind of like, who is Hawkeye?
He's a background character. So they never really set him up. They never really set him up as a big character. So this is good to see him in the series. I'm glad.
Yeah, I think that. I think that they're gonna really deliver, and especially with knowing that he's gonna have a bunch of different arrows and stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be really cool.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Yeah,
I'm ready for it tomorrow. We should watch it tonight at midnight.
I know it's gonna be at 2 a.m.
2 a.m. now. We'll see tomorrow.
But we will do it. We will do a DNA on the go tomorrow for Hawkeye for sure for the first 2 episodes, and we'll do some theorizing and talking about it. I know Yelena's gonna show up. I'm so excited. I loved her in Black Widow.
She was good.
She was literally the best part of that movie.
She'll make a good Black Widow.
Yeah. All right, this is your time to put in some questions or theories for us to talk about. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at InWoodley, and you can send us your theories there so you can show up on the show. We do have a question, and it's another Spider-Man one. Of course it is. Well, it's related to Spider-Man. So, hello, new subscriber here. Just wondering what you think about the MCU releasing trailers that manipulated footage instead of footage from the actual movie. That's from Joey. Thank you so much for following us on Twitter and sending in that question. So he's referring to, I'm pretty sure he's referring to the Spider-Man trailer, the British version, where you see like
Brazil.
The Brazil version. Yeah. Sorry, not British. Brazil version. And, we see Lizard get punched, but by who?
Right.
We've had it with like Avengers Infinity War, that trailer. So how do you feel about like Marvel manipulating the footage?
It doesn't bother me. I like it, to be honest with you, because I don't want you to I've heard people be upset about that because you showed me one thing in the trailer and then when I got to the movie, it didn't have that. To a degree, I understand why you would do that. In my opinion, for the Marvel stuff, you have to do it, right? Because you're not going to shoot the movie twice. So you shot the movie, but now you got to do a trailer. Well, I need to show you some things from the trailer, but I don't want you to get something that's going to spoil a big reveal, right? Now you would say, well, then just recut it a different way. Well, it just depends on the marketing company. They may not have it, be able to have the right footage to cut it a different way or whatever. So that doesn't really bother me. They do that when they, like for instance, they removed Hulk in Avengers Endgame, right? Out of the suit. He wasn't even
Infinity
in
War.
it.
Yeah.
And then Infinity War had Hulk running, but he wasn't there.
Oh, yeah.
In Infinity War, he was running with the condoms, but he wasn't there. It was the Hulk busted suit.
Same thing with Thor. Thor was like regular Thor, and then we end up seeing him, and he was like more depressed.
Exactly. So it's just, I don't need to know the movie in the trailer.
Right.
I just need to know that, show me enough to get me excited that the action's going to be good, and I'll tell me the story. For instance, for a movie that I don't know nothing about, like I don't know anything about it, it's never been out before, I need enough to know, well, what is this going to be about? For Marvel movies, I don't even need that. I don't need you to give me any plot. I don't need you to give me any idea of what's happening, like with Hawkeye, right? I don't know what's happening, but I'm going to watch it.
But the thing is, do you think that this will influence other shows to like kind of be very vague about what their stuff is about, and then you watch it and you're like, this is not what was advertised. It's like false
they do it all the time. They do it all the time. Now that's a different thing. So it's one thing if you cut it and you take out a character, that's one thing. Where in Spider-Man, they took a character out. Well, I don't want you to show me the character. It's another thing if you cut it to where you're telling me this is going to be the story, and then when I come to see it, it's not the story.
It's like two different things, yeah.
Because there was an example of this with Matt Damon the other day. He had this movie where he went to another country. He was playing. It's a true story. He went to the character went to save a kid, get his kid back or something like that. I forget the name of the movie. The way it's cut, it looked like it's going to be an action movie. Like he's going to be out there kicking butt, right?
Yeah.
Matt Damon straight up said, look, this is not Taken.
Yeah.
Okay? This is a true story. I'm not going to be out there fighting or shit. It's not going to be anything like that. It's a true story. It's a drama. See, but the way they cut the trailer, it looked like Matt Damon's going to be out there, get my kid back. But no, that's not what the story is about. So, yeah, sometimes they cut that because they know, well, people want an action movie, so I'm going to cut it this way. That's when you have a problem. Don't cut it and sell it to me as an action movie or whatever movie you think it is, and that's not the movie. Taking a character out or blocking a character out, that's different than cutting it a different way.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think that it's definitely needed for something like Marvel, where you need to take out those big things because those are just big spoilers. The movie's not enjoyable.
Right.
Like in Infinity War, when in the trailer they were showing his gauntlet and he only had one stone, but in the movie he had like all four of them. He had four at the time or something like that. So that's fine because that's like that's a plot point. But like, don't change the plot of the story in your trailer. And I'm like, let me go sit and watch it. And then it's like, okay, this is not what I wanted to watch. And I just wasted 2 hours.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, that's why that's why I go reading. If there's a movie that comes out and I want to see it, but if you cut it a certain way and I don't know anything about it, well, I'm going, what was this about? I'm going to read it because you're not going to catch me coming to the movie and be like, well, this has nothing to do with what the movie's about. I'll go read up about it and understand what it is.
Yeah.
Once I know the backstory of the story, you can cut it anyhow. I know what the story is. You know what I mean? So I'll watch it. So I don't think it's a big deal. Hopefully, but movie theaters in the future don't get ridiculous with it and just try to recut everything stupid.
Right.
So we'll see. We'll see, I guess.
Yeah, and it just makes me. I mean, it makes me more excited for Spider-Man. So
Yeah.
it's fine. But yeah, make sure to follow us on Twitter at @nwoodley to send in your tweets and your theories and your questions.
All right, guys.
All right, we're gonna move on to House of Gucci. I'm actually excited about this movie because seeing Lady Gaga in it again.
Yeah, this movie looks good.
I don't remember if she won an Oscar. I think she did win an Oscar for Shining Star.
I don't remember. I don't
Brad
remember.
Pitt or something.
Yeah,
I didn't watch it. Sorry. I meant to watch it, but I didn't. And it was like really good or something like that. But I know Lady Gaga from the other movie. She did really well. And so this one has to be.
She's actually pretty good. She's a pretty good actress. And that last movie that Maya loved, I forgot the name
Shining
of it.
Star. Shining.
Shining Star?
No, Star Shining. Shiner. Guys, you know what I'm talking about.
So she won Best Original Song for The Shallow.
Shallow. That was
For
two
The
different
Shallow.
things.
She won
all
Best
right?
Original Song, but she didn't get anything else. But she was really good in it though. She was really. I haven't seen the movie, but Maya, I could tell from Maya's reaction that she was really good in the movie.
So I'm already excited for this because it's gonna be another great movie from Lady Gaga.
There's a lot of heavy
Adam
hitters
Driver.
in here, man. A lot of heavy hitters. You got Al Pacino, Jeremy Irons. You got your boy Jared Leto and Adam Driver. This is a heavy. This is a star-packed movie, and you got Lady Gaga in here.
Yeah, and this movie is directed by Ridley Scott, which we saw him recently in The Last Duel. Which didn't do very well.
Yeah, it didn't do well. It came out at the wrong time. Plus, to be honest with you, they didn't market that movie very well. There was very little marketing for that movie here and there, so people just didn't understand what it was. But it was a good movie.
Definitely go watch it. If you haven't seen The Last Duel yet, definitely go watch it. I mean, I wasn't going to watch it, but we got those tickets, so we did. And it actually ended up being really
It's a really
well
good
done.
movie. I'm sure it's on VOD by now, man. It's really worth the watch. The Last Duel. It's
I
a
really
good
love
story,
how they
3 different point of views. I loved it. Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely go watch that. But yeah, this is directed by Ridley Scott. Relates sorry, is that retaliates? Yeah, retaliates against the real life. This is about the
Gucci.
Yes, House of Gucci scandal. Not
Right.
scandal, but really. Anyways, director Ridley Scott retaliates against the real-life Gucci family's criticism of his upcoming biographical crime drama, House of Gucci.
Yeah.
So apparently the Gucci family is not excited about this movie being made.
Of course not.
And listen, so this is what he said. Quote, "I do not engage with that. You have to remember that one Gucci was murdered and the other went to jail for tax evasion. So you can't be talking to me about making a profit. As soon as you do that, you become part of the public domain."
Yep.
He was like, "I'm done. I'm making a movie about you. Deal with it." He was like, "Deal with it."
Yeah, I mean, it's based on a true story. What happened with the Gucci family? With one of them were trying to set up a hit to kill the other person. So, and they've been trying to do it for years. So, no, it's going to be a good movie to watch. It's going to be intrigue and drama and treachery, and it's about one of the biggest fashion companies in the world.
Oh,
Gucci.
fine.
So.
But yeah, I just love how Ridley Scott was like, "Anyways, I'm making this movie." And
yeah,
you have
and
to deal
Ridley's
with
a great director, so this should be a great movie. Everybody in this movie is a great performer, so I'm expecting nothing but high hopes for this movie.
high hopes and Oscars. I know it's gonna be an Oscar movie.
This could be
again.
some Oscar stuff. Talk about this movie for sure.
Yeah. And Lady Gaga also got some pushback, I guess the word
pushback.
is. Reggiani, who served 16 years behind bars for hiring a hitman to murder her husband, previously voiced her annoyance towards Lady Gaga for portraying her in the film without ever meeting her. Gaga later responded by stating that she did not want any outside opinions to influence her portrayal of the role.
Yeah, why would I want to meet you? You hired a hitman to kill your husband.
Yeah.
What are we gonna talk? What are you gonna say? It didn't happen. You went
Right.
to jail. Come on. Let's
So
listen.
yeah, Lady Gaga was like, "It's okay. Like I don't want to. It's okay. I don't want to meet
It's
you.
cute.
I don't want to meet you." But yeah, I'm excited to see that. Oh, let me go back. Sorry, I'm excited to see that movie, and that movie comes out tomorrow. So hopefully we can see it for a DNA on the go.
Yeah.
But if we can't, we'll probably watch it on Friday and
Yeah.
do a DNA on the go then. Because this week is a lot of stuff, but still Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Okay, now moving on to She-Hulk.
I'm excited about this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm really excited about She-Hulk. I don't know when it's coming out. They haven't given us any dates or anything. Do you know? Have you seen anything about any trailers or anything coming up for this?
We did get a sneak peek to the show
On Disney Day, yeah.
Disney Day, but that was pretty much it. I don't know when it's coming out. I can't remember if they even set a date, but it's coming out in 2022. I don't know yet. I don't know how I feel about this movie yet. And maybe she'll be introduced in Spider-Man because she's a lawyer, but I don't know. I'm more excited that Bruce Banner's finally getting his own. I know it's not a movie, but his own show, his own timeline.
It's not his show though.
I know that's still. It's just
He's gonna be a blip in that show.
I don't know. The last time he was in something solo, it wasn't even the guy. Oh my gosh, I'm really bad with names. Matthew, no, Mark Ruffalo, Mark Ruffalo. See,
Matthew, Mark
Ruffalo. See, I got it.
I like how you worked it out. Good job recovering. Good job recovering.
Thanks. Okay, Mark Ruffalo was not even in the Incredible Hulk. It was the other guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So She-Hulk, he's gonna be in it, and I think I would really great if it was like a buddy movie.
Nah.
It's gonna be She-Hulk.
It's She-Hulk. He's probably gonna be in the first couple episodes, maybe the first one, just to kind of set up how she becomes She-Hulk. If they do an origin story, how many episodes is it? Do you know?
I don't know, probably 6 to 8 episodes.
If it's 6, it's gonna be really tight because if they do a setup of how she got her powers, that's at least gonna be first episode, and then her dealing with it's got to be the second episode, and then
that's true. Maybe
there's got to be a villain in there somewhere. It's gonna be tight.
True. Maybe it'll be 8 because Hawkeye is 6, but that makes sense because we already know his
character.
We
already know Hawkeye, so there's no building needed, right? We don't need to build his character.
So maybe it'll be 8 episodes, so she'll get something more. But yeah, she's gonna be working directly with the Hulk because he like helps her with her powers. So hopefully Mark Ruffalo's in it a little bit more.
Yeah. In the comic books too, she's smart. She's not like regular Hulk where, Hulk smashes. So maybe he does something to make her like how he is now.
Right.
Smart Hulk. Where she doesn't lose it and be this raging monster like the Hulk is, right?
Yeah, because she looked in the spot that we did get, the little TV spot that we did get. She looked skinnier. She didn't look like buff, like how
right
Hulk is. So it's gonna be interesting how her character works because she didn't look any bigger. She just looked green. So it's kind of like
they just painted her. Well, they didn't even have to paint her anymore. I'm sure that's all just
CGI.
CGI now, just CGI her color. They didn't make any taller. In the comic book, she's tall. She's slender.
Yeah.
She gets her powers from a blood transfusion when she gets in a car accident, and Bruce Banner gives her a blood transfusion. And it just never made sense to me in comic books why you would give someone a blood transfusion. But anyway, whatever.
Give somebody else. Yeah.
Regardless of that. And that's how she became She-Hulk. That's his cousin. I don't know how they're going to do her origin story here. I don't know if they're going to make it different from the comic book or I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. But it made me think of questions of like how, because we know, let me read this. So Mark Ruffalo appears as Bruce Banner, not Smart Hulk, in Shang-Chi and the Legends of the Ten Rings end credit scene. And the change suggests that Banner lost in Avengers Endgame. So what they mean by Banner lost is, so in Infinity War, Bruce Banner and the Hulk were having like their kind of tension, like what's going on between them. And then finally, once we get to Endgame, Bruce Banner and the Hulk merge. And so they're saying that maybe Bruce Banner lost, saying that the Hulk still took over in the Smart Hulk like body because they're still fighting in a sense. So what they're suggesting is that is Bruce Banner trying to go back to being himself? What timeline? Like it's really confusing. Where does She-Hulk and where does Shang-Chi go in the timeline? It's just all really confusing.
Well, Shang-Chi is obviously after Endgame because they talk about the blip.
Yeah.
So that's after Endgame. I don't know where, and of course, it's going to be, She-Hulk is going to be after Endgame. Everything is after Endgame.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Everything's after Endgame. But yeah, he does appear normal in the end credits scene for Shang-Chi. So I don't know how or why he did that. I don't know if that ties into She-Hulk somehow. It's weird. I don't know why they did it that way.
I don't know if it's going to be explained or not.
Yeah.
But sorry. That was weird. Trying to go to the next one. But yeah, so here in the TV spot, we can see that Smart Hulk is back.
Right.
as has his regular self. So, and the first She-Hulk teaser trailer showed Smart Hulk, which supports theories that there were the change. Sorry, that's where the change will happen ahead of Shang-Chi's timeline. So people are like, well, is She-Hulk before Shang-Chi? According to Eternal's co-worker, Kaz Furpo, Banner is working on being Hulk around the time of the movie. So I think around Shang-Chi. That he's actively trying to de-Hulk himself, changing the perception of his arc in Endgame, as it suggests that it wasn't perfectly balanced. Instead, Shang-Chi's Smart Hulk retcon and the teases of an explanation for it, and the fact that Banner wants to change back to Hulk or change back hints that Hulk won in Endgame and was more dominant personality there. So he's just kind of like done being. It's just really confusing right now. It's too much. It's too much because we have a multiverse to deal with.
Too much.
But it's kind of saying that the Hulk took over and Bruce Banner's like, all right, I guess I didn't want to be Smart Hulk anymore. But like I liked Smart Hulk. I was fine with it.
It was fine with that.
But I don't know if he's like the thing from Fantastic Four, where he's like, I hate looking like this all the time.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe he's tired of it. He went back to being regular Bruce Banner, or he's back to the point where he can go back and forth or something like that. I don't know.
Well, they need to explain it because why even show that end credit scene?
Yeah,
just to confuse us.
That's true. You showed the end credit scene where he's Bruce Banner, and now here in She-Hulk, he's
back.
Yeah, so that doesn't make any sense.
Does he know how to turn from Bruce Banner to Smart Hulk now? Like, is that a thing? Just wanted to bring it out there for people that know. We'll talk. As more information comes out for She-Hulk, we will talk about it.
We'll talk about it for sure. We need a lot more for this. Hopefully get a trailer here pretty soon for this.
Yeah.
A real trailer. Yeah.
But the thing is, the next trailer that we need to be seeing is Multiverse of Madness. That's the next thing after Spider-Man.
What is that? They pushed it back.
May. We have 6 months without anything.
Yeah. You know, they're doing reshoots on that.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing reshoots. And did you hear? Well, I'll save it for. I'll save this for
for the other news. Okay.
The other thing. Yeah. Go.
Okay. So now we're going into Scarlett Johansson. Did you hear the news about Scarlett Johansson?
I did.
So Scarlett Johansson is working on a top secret Marvel Cinematic Universe project, and here are some opinions for what she might be involved in. After playing Natasha Romanoff for 11 years in the MCU, it seemed that Johansson's involvement with the shared universe has reached its conclusion. So I thought she was done, especially after the lawsuit.
Yeah, but that was the president of Disney. That had to do with Kevin Feige. So
yeah,
that wasn't going to mess that up. Business is business. Numbers are numbers. People care about money. So
yeah, and she might be coming back. I think it might be like a producer.
Yeah, she's probably going to produce something. Because she's produced a lot of movies.
She was on a producer for Black Widow.
Yeah, she had produced another movie she was in. She's produced
Marriage
a couple
Story,
of different
probably.
Movies. I think she was produced on that one, and there was one where she was playing this Japanese character, which everybody was mad about because they were saying it should have been a Japanese lady, but whatever.
She's on a producer for that.
She was producer for that as well. So she's produced a lot of shows. So my guess is she's coming back as a producer, because when you heard Kevin Feige speak about it, he said in a non-Black Widow related project.
Yeah.
So Black Widow's not in it, right? Mm-hmm. So meaning that, yeah.
So here we can see Kevin Feige says, we are already working with Scarlett on another non-Black Widow related top secret Marvel Studio project with her as a producer.
Yeah.
So there's that. But the thing is, like, what if she's also a character and he's just hiding it?
Well, it wouldn't make sense, because there's no way you can make her a different character, because it will take you out of the movie. As soon as you saw her face, because it's an MCU movie, you would say, no, that's Natasha Romanoff, right? So she could be a producer on it, help it build up, but she can't be in the movie. If she's in the movie, she's Black Widow.
She's Black Widow. It's gonna be interesting.
It'll be too hard for your. It'll be. Watching the movie, you'd be like, "That's Natasha." Natasha.
The whole time.
Natasha. You'd be throwing out you would mess up the entire fandom with that. So no, she probably just gonna be out there producing it. There's probably a book that she's interested in. Maybe Alpha Flight. right?
Yeah, I think I heard something about that.
Yeah, maybe she's interested in producing Alpha Flight, which is an all-female led Avengers type movie. And since she's passed away anyway, Natasha wouldn't be in it, so she would come back as as a producer to help that come off the ground. Maybe that's something, a passion project. Like, yeah, I want to see this girl power movie, and I'm gonna help produce it. Could be that. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what it is.
I wouldn't be surprised either. So, we'll see. Maybe in the next couple of years, we'll see a movie and she'll be like, "Oh, I was a producer on it."
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that's interesting news. Let us know what you think about that as well. Now moving on to Arcane.
Man,
review for Arcane.
What you think?
I really like the show, and we haven't even finished it yet. This is our review for the first 3 episodes.
Yeah.
And I was looking at reviews, and on Rotten Tomato, 100%. IMDb 5 out of 5. It's 10 out of 10. Like everyone, like it's
already been greenlit for season 2.
Yeah, already greenlit for season 2, and I really like this. And the first 3 episodes, it was a great point to stop at because it was just the villain origin story. I know that she's gonna be a villain.
You talking about Powder?
Powder, yes.
Yeah.
This character right here, which her name I guess changes to Jinx or something, and.
You spoiled the rest of it.
Sorry, it is right there.
Yeah.
And then V is actually voiced by Haley Steinfeld. So she's about to she's making bank with Hawkeye and this show.
Okay.
And the visuals is insane.
Let me tell you right now, the artwork. I almost this animation is so good. I just want to believe that this is motion capture. Because
it probably is.
Every when you watch an animated whatever, even the good ones, the detail with the hand movements, because the stuff you do in real life where you don't know your hands are doing it, because you're just talking, they're doing it. Like my hand just did that just now. They're doing that.
They're doing it.
They're doing the it's just perfect. I'm watching it like they're catching all the nuances of a face.
And even I like to look at, when I'm watching a show, I like to look at the background.
Right.
Even stuff in the background were moving. And I was like, usually they just have a still image. And the stuff in the foreground is moving. But it was just like, you have people in the background moving and talking and stuff. And like the lighting, the sound effects as well.
Perfect. We watched it up in the theater last night.
Oh, yeah, you did. Because you can feel it moving.
That is such a good show. I don't know how long it took them to draw this because animation takes a long time.
It took them forever, I know.
And I don't know if this is computer generated and then they made it just look animated because it's too damn good. That's just the visuals. The story's good.
The story was good. The first 3 episodes. So yeah, it starts with like this group of kids and they're stealing from this like scientist, and Powder accidentally like takes these like blue rocks. Or blue gems.
Energy source.
Yeah, energy source. And one of them falls and it blows up the building.
Half the building's gone.
Yes. So now we're seeing these power dynamics of people above ground, people underground or something.
Yeah.
And the above ground people are like, I know one of these underground people did it. So they're trying to figure out who did it.
Right.
And like, it's just a good, like, trying to figure out story. And it's just a simple premise, but the visuals really add on to it. And we're just going to go into spoilers because we've already watched, people have watched it.
It's Netflix. You probably already watched the whole thing already.
Yeah. And I love how at the end of this episode, at end of episode 3, we just, let me start from the episode 1 where Powder is the Jinx. Like, Powder is messing up everything.
Right.
And,
she's a kid.
Right, she's a kid. And V is like advocating for her. She's like, please, like, she's okay. Like, it's fine if she's on our team. And the other characters are like, no, she's messing up everything. And she's not understanding that there's problems with this.
Right.
Right? And then we see the consequences of those actions once we get to episode 3, when she's like, no, I can do it. Those kids get me every time. It reminds me of Omega.
I can do it.
Omega from Bad Batch. Oh my gosh. I was like, you're about to see another Omega. She said to stay. She said to stay home.
Stay here and don't move.
She still was like, no, I can do it. Let me blow up the entire place. And there was consequences for your actions because 2 characters died. 3 characters died.
Yeah, savagely too. Like Mama was just saying, she just put it in the chat. No one's safe.
No one's safe. Yes.
No one's safe. Like, people are not going to make it. You don't know who's going to make it out of this or not. And both these characters
died. With him on this one being like, dude, your sister, whatever she is cannot be on these jobs with us.
Right. What kills me is In the first episode, she saw that one blew a building in half. Why would you think you need two?
She took two?
She used two of those blue balls in the episode 3.
Oh, that was only one.
She used two of them. The first one exploded.
Yeah.
And it loaded on the second one. And it was doing the second one because the first one knocked down everybody.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then she did the second one and then that's when
I thought that was just like a replay. Like, you know how they do that?
It was the second one. She used two.
Yeah, dude. There's consequences for your actions. All these people died. You need to understand that you can't do stuff like that.
Yeah, it was crazy. The setup for the show in the beginning, where they lost their parents and the dude found them. I forget his name. The big guy from the bartender. Mm-hmm. And he was hurt. He was doing something. It was a foreshadowing.
Vander, yeah.
He was strangling somebody in the water or whatever.
Yeah.
And that was the guy.
Yeah.
Who got away.
Right.
So all that happened in the beginning at the same time when he found them, and man, the setup for everything was so good. The storyline is so great in this show. I love the way the characters are going, how they're developing. I can't wait to see, because I knew episode 3 at the end of episode 3. It wrapped the first chapter. That was like chapter 1.
Right. I love how they did
the way it ended. I was like, okay, they're gonna jump forward in time now because, and you could see she will become obviously Powder's gonna become a villain.
The villain. It's such a great. That's why I love about this. They did so well at setting up the villain origin story.
It was.
Yeah.
It was, because you could have probably started it where they're gonna start it now in episode 4.
Right.
But no, they wanted us to understand. No. We need to see how Jinx got to be where she. This is like Star Wars. We need to see how she became who she is and why her motivations are. Right. So they gave us episode 3 to set up the motivations of Jinx and the guy with the eye. I don't remember his name. And where they're going and what they're doing.
Silco.
It's a Silco. Okay.
Yeah.
The thing is too, I'm dying to understand though. So these blue balls exploded. Well, what else do they do? Because the two guys in the lab who were floating around,
Jace and Victor,
they were floating around when they did something to the stones. So what are these stones? Are they magic stones? Or something?
Jace is trying to create magic, because I think the underground people have magic and the upground people don't. So that's kind of like that's a beeline story right now. And Jace is trying to make magic because he went to jail because of like the explosion and stuff like that.
Well, they showed magic once when I forget the scene. This guy came up and it was snowing or something, and he did something, and they went to a place where it was all spring.
And that was Jace. That was Jace when he was younger.
Yeah. So I'm like, what is going on here?
It's really interesting because this is a video game.
But it used to be a book.
And a book. So it's really interesting how, like, because usually a lot of video game adaptations are garbage.
Trash.
Like, they just don't know what they're doing.
Trash.
So, but this is very, very well done. I just love the art. Star Wars needs to take notes from them.
They couldn't do it because I'm sure it took 2 years just to do this.
To do like one episode, no, but yeah.
Because you know what? I say that thinking in the old way of doing things. Computer, I guarantee you this is computer generated, but overlaid with animation because it's too perfect. There's no way they drew this.
Yeah.
So this is all computer animation, but like Pixar. This is like a Pixar. This is Pixar level graphics.
It still takes a long time. Even with movies, it takes like 5 to 7 years.
Yeah, you got to render it and make it. It takes a long time to do a Pixar movie. So, but for them to already greenlit season 2, which means they probably already shot it, right?
Maybe,
they're probably just doing post production now on it. But man, this I was beyond impressed with the level of animation in this. But beyond that, because I've seen great animation before with bad stories. This is a good story.
This is a good story. I'm invested.
Really looking forward. Last night we were watching it, and we were supposed to watch just the first 3, and I told you to watch the first 3. Man, at the end of 3, I was like, I want to see 4.
I know, same, but I stopped. Did you watch 4?
No, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it. So we'll watch 4, 5, and 6, and we'll talk about it next week. But man, and we'll have a little more in-depth stuff with 4, 5, and 6. This was just so much to take in. I wanted to all soak it in and kind of understand what was happening. And but yeah, for sure.
Yeah, my favorite character is V for sure. The older sister, V.
How badass was she when she put the meta gloves on?
Yeah.
When she put the meta gloves on, I was like, okay, what
Right,
are you gonna do? Oh, she wrecked shop.
Yeah. She wrecked shop, and they showed her power like just very early on, so it made sense when we got to that end scene.
Yeah,
and yeah, she was really cool.
She took him out. The guy who took in the potion, he stopped obviously because he drank the thing. But the slow motion they use it because some people can overdo slow motion. Like, come on, dude. Okay, we get it. But no, their slow motion is just enough at the right time. Yeah, it's good.
This is a good show.
What's the rating for you on this so far?
I'm not at 10 out of 10 yet. I'm not there. I say 8.5 out of 10.
I say 9 on it.
You say 9?
I say 9 on it.
I'm not there.
So far, with the first 3 episodes, I say 9 out of 10 because they were solid.
Yeah, once it gets to the ending, I know I'm gonna get more on board.
Yeah,
because like the first 2 episodes, I was like, okay, they're cool. They have really good animation, really good stuff, and then 3rd episode really got me on board. And I know that 4th episode is really gonna get it. Yeah. My favorite. Yeah. So who's your favorite character? Is it V? Or who?
Yeah, it's gonna be V, man, because she's bad. She's bad in this show for sure.
Yeah.
So it'll be good to see how she comes out.
So yeah, that's our review of Arcane. Let us know down in the comments what you thought of the show, or if like you have any theories, or if you played the video game. I know my friend Summer, she's the one that recommended the show to me, and they showed me like the intro song is Imagine Dragons.
Yes.
And literally the people who created this was like, Imagine Dragons, please make a song for us.
Really?
For this show. Like specifically, yeah.
Oh, that's cool to hear.
Because this is like the #1 game or something like that.
Mom heard it right away. As soon as it came out, Mom was like, Mom, she was like, that's Imagine Dragons. And then I saw the name. I was like, yeah, you're right. She heard it right away. Yeah, it was Imagine Dragons.
Mom loves Imagine Dragons.
Yeah, she loved them. She found them right away.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right, moving on. Sorry, hold on. To quick hits.
Quick hits. So what do we got for quick hits this week?
So, The Matrix.
So the first thing, Matrix in IMAX theaters. So they're bringing back The Matrix for a limited show. It's never been in IMAX before, December 6th and 7th.
Yeah.
We have got to go. We've never seen it in theaters.
I saw the first one in theaters when they had that 20th anniversary or something like that.
Oh, you went with me. We went.
It was the whole family.
All of us went.
And it was great.
It was good, wasn't it?
It was a great experience.
I guess we'd have to see it again.
Is it just the one, or is it 2, 3, and 2
It's
and
just
3?
Matrix. It's just the Matrix.
Oh, I mean, we can still watch it again.
We still watch it.
That was what, 2019?
Yeah, it was like 2019 when they did it, but this is the first time it's in IMAX, so it's bigger.
So it's even bigger. Yeah.
It's even bigger.
But yeah, it's gonna be in select theaters, so maybe it'll be in AMC, but it'll be IMAX, hopefully in Dolby.
I know, right? I know. We gotta go see it for sure.
Yeah. Another.
Mom said we're going bigger.
We're going. Another news we have is Jonah Hill Great Deed biopic?
Grateful Dead. Great Dead biopic.
Sorry.
So Grateful Dead.
Grateful
That's
Dead.
Okay. You're fine. So your generation doesn't know what this is, but the Grateful Dead, of course, is a rock band from the 70s, and it has one of the largest followings of any rock band from the 70s and 80s. Right? They never had a #1 hit. They've pretty much been like a cult favorite, but they got big following. The name of the lead singer is Jerry Garcia, and Jonah Hill will be playing Jerry Garcia. Yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so it's gonna be a big movie. So it'll be good. It'll be good to see. What's his name is directing it? Martin Scorsese.
Oh,
Martin
okay.
Scorsese is gonna be the director on this, so it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good.
There is no bad Martin Scorsese movie.
Exactly. So it's definitely gonna show out, and I do love these kind of like rock movies especially after seeing Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
I do like these biopics. I usually don't watch biopics, but now I'm like into them, like Tammy Faye and like all this stuff. Like they're
history.
fun to watch.
It's history in a fun way.
Yeah, but you need to do it well. Like make it compelling. I don't want to feel like I'm at school.
I know.
Okay? I want to feel like I'm learning something.
I don't want to be at school. Okay.
Yeah. Another one is Delroy Lindo is been casted for Blade.
Yeah, that's a big one. So we all know Blade was announced back in 2019 at D23. And what's his name?
Mahershala Ali.
Mahershala, thank you. That's so bad with names. Mahershala Ali, was, of course, is the one that he's gonna be playing Blade. And now the second cast we've heard of gonna be Delroy Lindo. So be interested to see which character he's playing. But you know, Delroy Lindo, anything he comes in, he's great. He was just in The Harder They Fall as the Marshal.
Yeah.
So he's every movie he's good in is good. Even if the movie's bad, he's good in it.
He's good in it. So right. So maybe he'll be the bad guy. He'll be opposing him.
Yeah,
or
he may be Whistler, which is Blade's not psychic, but he's the one that trained Blade. Whistler's the one that trained. He found Blade and trained him. Mm-hmm. So he may be Whistler, or he just may be the bad guy. Who knows? I like him as the bad guy because he's so charismatic.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he'd be good as the bad guy.
So I'm really excited about that. It's good. This movie's gonna be good, but the last time we got information about it was 2019. It's been a while. We haven't gotten anything else, so this is getting us back pumped up.
A lot of people forget Blade was the very first successful Marvel movie. People forget that. Blade was the very first
Marvel? Like what? You mean
Marvel
like in the
movie.
90s? When did it come out?
Like 90-something, 90.
Oh, okay, then yeah.
98, 97 when the first one came out. That was the very first successful Marvel movie.
Because then
people
X-Men
forget that. They contributed to X-Men 2000 being the start of the Marvel universe. Blade, man. Blade was especially Blade 2? Yo. You ever seen it? You ever seen Blade 2? Have you seen Blade 1? You haven't seen Blade? That's your homework assignment.
That's my homework assignment. I need
to watch
Blade.
1 and 2. Skip 3. Go watch.
Stop! No. Do you think that people are like, what if
I'll tell you why they skip 3. Ryan Reynolds is in part 3.
Why?
He's in 3. Being
Isn't
Ryan.
He like a
He's
kid?
in 3 being Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, okay. We love Ryan Reynolds. No, but people were saying, what if the original Blade is his mentor in
as Whistler?
Movie? Yeah.
Wesley Snipes still looks good though. Whistler's an old man. I guess you could redo it, right? Just say, look, this is Whistler, whatever. Yeah, he could be in it. You just saw Wesley Snipes in he was just in Come to America 2. You could barely tell he aged. He could still play Blade because Blade doesn't age. He's a vampire.
Yeah, he still plays Blade.
He could still be Blade. I mean, Wesley still looks good.
Right.
So I'm like, yeah, I see you.
Well, make him the character. Make him not the character, but make him the mentor.
Yeah, I guess.
Really cool.
But it'd be distracting though. If you put him in as Whistler, it'd be like, Blade and Blade.
Blade and Blade. Blade and Blade, Dad. He deserves it.
Yeah, he does. I hope they find a part for him in the movie. Like, a cameo or something. But he should be in the Blade movie for sure. He made that character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any other news? Any other movie news, guys, in the chat? Or do you have anything, Dad?
No, that's it. Oh, wait a minute. I did have something, I forgot what it was.
See, I don't have anything else on this list.
No, I think that's it for movie news. That's it for our quick hits.
Our quick hits, yes. So make sure, actually, just recently, we are now on Spotify. So if you can't watch our videos, you can find us on Spotify. Just look up DNA Reviews, and you can, listen to our podcast on there if you're like in the car or just doing homework or something like that. And make sure to follow us on Twitter @InWoodley so you can show up on our show with your theories. And make sure to subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,500 subscribers by the end of the year. We're really close, guys.
We're really close.
Really close.
We appreciate you guys' support as well.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. We'll see y'all next time.
All right, guys.